We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former national champion and National Player of the Year. What a run for Jay Williams.
If you want to tell the fans more about my accolades, I'm not going to stop you, but I think the attention should be focused on the game this evening. Let's pay attention to the court.
Jay, these 10 players on the court are ready to go, and so are we. All right, here we go. Shot from in close, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling.
Oh!
Out there looking like the Dikembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen to Gobert.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you, me and you.
From the painted area, won't go down. Adetokunbo.
Hey,
Lowry. His first effort off the mark. Harden with the basketball. He'll run the offense.
Watch Cutter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden guarded by Jimmy Butler. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out to Adetokunbo. And the basket good at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Harden. And hits at the line.
And another one.
Harden. James Harden missed his first. That one goes.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball, and that's how he set it up.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down.
Now get up and right back to you.
Goes 2 for 2.
Ooh, I like that. Good shot. Ball.
Durant to Paul.
I got ball.
Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Draymond Green at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. Oops,
Got the next one.
he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
They got a leprechaun on me.
Short jumper off the mark. Green to Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
And draws the contact. So, Rudy Gobert going to the line for 2 shots.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Rudy Gobert has got 2 shots coming. Not the best career mark, 62%. First try at the line,
nice and
no
buttery, soft
good.
and buttery, soft and buttery.
bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-2 trip. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant from long range. Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Second and 3, got it.
Bad shot.
Three for 3. Nice. Harden into the front court. Down by 1. Durant to Harden. It's denied by Drummond. And this will be out of bounds off of Butler. Green. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one, count it.
Oh, yeah, get your money, man.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. They'll go to Butler, down low. Go down. Had a chance, but it's no good. Leonard. Chance for Paul. Add 2 points to the board.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Now Paul with the basketball. They trail by 1. Harden to Paul. Has a look. Paul shot won't go down. To Butler. Jimmy Butler. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending. Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his guys together and talk things over. New blood coming in for both sides. Paul to Green. No good. Irving to Butler. Beyond the arc for 3. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Durant to Davis. Nice Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender to get Anthony Davis.
Durant across the timeline. Down 4. Paul, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Butler for 2. And he hits. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Curling inside. Ooh, crisp ball. 3 for 6 now. Butler against Harden. That misses with 2 seconds to go. We have come to the end of an entertaining first quarter in this, the 68th NBA All-Star Game. Jay and I back to Charlotte after this. You're watching a special edition of the NBA on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Russell Westbrook sizing up Butler to James. To Davis. Shot clock winding down. Davis. And the rebound comes down to Griffin. To Drummond. Jimmy Butler for 2. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Draymond Green at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Can't convert the free throw. Bledsoe with the basketball. His team up by 1. To Leonard. Butler. And Davis there to grab the rebound. Chance here for LeBron. The shot. Oh, Russell Westbrook not to be denied with the follow.
It's good to see Russ go to this point of the game. It's called horse blinders. He only sees the ball and the rim.
The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nothing going here on that drive. James to Green to Davis. Down low. Won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make an offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Green knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
No good. No daylight. Great defense.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. 4-3. Rebound LeBron. Green. They get it down for Towns. It's denied by Giannis.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Butler. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Easy path to the rim. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is done. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
You on tough. Jimmy Butler, contested 3. He buries it. LBJ.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making a shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing there.
That won't go. Ball into the front court. Down just a couple. Westbrook to James. LeBron James, 2 of 4 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Irving gets it in the right corner. Butler. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Paul into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Butler to bring it up. Under a minute to go before halftime. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
To Butler for 3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw. It's a second. One more coming. Almost settles for a 2-3 trip. Paul across the timeline. All tied as we march towards halftime. Where James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
Oh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Paul with it up top. It's a one-point game as we approach halftime. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Paul to Towns. No love lost. It's Love with the block. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul. Deep three. And the buzzer. So a tie one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The East have themselves a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the East All-Stars. The West All-Stars have kept it close after one half. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. Have a look at the leading scorers for the West All-Stars.
Game track. Blocks.
After just 2 quarters, we've already seen so many blocks from each of these squads. I'm loving how aggressive the players have been on defense. What you're seeing in these highlights will make any defensive-minded coach proud, like Chuck Daly.
Player of the half.
Butler did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Leads one. To Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot three is good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Gobert. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Giannis with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Butler, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Get the ball, get the ball.
Butler against Harden. To Adetokounmpo. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense. Ball into the front court. Lead is 2. Crisp ball. 4 out of 7. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
That one off the mark. It's no good. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys trail now by 4. Butler won't go down. Rejected by Green.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Here's Durant for 2. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they will get together and talk things over. Drummond. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Paul, deep left corner. To Paul. Baseline drive. Durant. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Harden in possession. Up 6. Short jumper misses. To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Oladipo, guarded by CP3. To Love. Cashes in for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense.
Pick him up.
Here comes the screen. From the outside, no good. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Westbrook to Paul. To Davis. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Oladipo to Leonard. Butler. That's off the side of the rim, short. Paul into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. It's James. Misfires. It's no good. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Team Curry going to have the ball first as we start the 4th, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Westbrook to Paul. To Westbrook. Fires the 3, and Russell Westbrook. He can turn a game in an instant. Hits the 3 on the quick release.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Irving to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Westbrook with it. Leads 5. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Paul across the timeline. Lead stands at 7. Russell Westbrook. Tough matchup against Butler. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Paul. Westbrook to Paul. Here's a chance from long range. And Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Lowry picked up by Paul. To Leonard. Lowry. Victor Oladipo. Yes, Victor Oladipo. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Here comes the screen. To the rim, lays it up and in. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First is your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably, it's your soul.
Russ at the controls. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Oladipo into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Gets it to go. In the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Paul. Yes.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
To Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Westbrook. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Russell Westbrook, couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Oladipo against the former MVP. To Lowry. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to Towns. Turned away by Drummond.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
With the interception, great defensive play.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And draws contact. Andre Drummond going to the line to shoot 2.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
Next time, next one.
Missed the second one as well.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Irving with the interception.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Giannis in control of the basketball, trailing by 4. And he knocks it down, Jay.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Leonard to Oladipo, going along, beyond the arc. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The West took this down to the wire before getting the win. And whenever the game seemed to start slowing down, they came up with a block that would ignite everyone. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the West. The East All-Stars just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the East.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
The All-Star Game MVP.
Chris Paul shined brightest at today's All-Star Game. You could tell he was having a lot of fun, and I was happy to see him get the MVP award.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.